Something you can see in the town of Dubbo, New South Wales, or in Warwick, Queensland. Both of these cities are located in Australia's favourable area with a large population. Even if people here face a water shortage, no one will try to deliver it deep into the heart of the continent, so no farms in the middle of the desert. Australia will remain uninhabited. Mega droughts are coming.
So that's why we've got the title. Australia shouldn't have any more people because their leaders can't handle their land. That's what he's saying right there, everybody, pretty much. But if we get leaders that can handle their land, have a case. Take it off for a second. But if we get leaders that know what they're doing and make main priorities of living and thriving, right? Instead of, let's just talk shit and have popcorn and entertainment and go on holidays and all that kind of stuff. What do you reckon, everybody? And argue a lot. And so how does the rest of the world see us when that happens, everybody? How are they seeing us? Well, they're probably seeing us as these people that can't handle their land. They got all this land, but the land is useless as they can't supply water. Now, they talked about how crappy the soil is. It's just half as crap, right, as our other deserts out there. Well, we've got shitloads more. So what does that mean when it comes to business and science? It means we can still handle a bit. Just it's not happening, is it? That's why we have people that live here in Australia coming up with ideas of how to make Australia great again and not worrying about what America's got to say that wants to make itself great again with propaganda. What do you reckon? Right? Because that title to me is bullying me here in Australia. I'm an Australian, mate, right? And your title doesn't sound right. Now, we're sick of these people coming up with bullshit, making it sound good, right? Religion's the best at it. And it's just full of shit, right? You can make anything sound good, can't you? Right? But when it comes to the real truth, if people don't get it, what do they get? They believe that. Like TV makes us believe when we get older that we're going to have fair rights and there's Santa Claus and there's detectives that'll actually upgrade and they'll do their jobs properly and they show how cool they are on TV. It's all a fantasy. I've even had a police officer tell me that, right? But it could not be, right? Because that means you're actually getting somewhere, those shows. They're meant to show us we're getting somewhere, but then the real world shows us, hang on, it's all about business and making it look good, but it's not really. You know what I mean? That's what business is. Make a product bigger than it needs to be. Business, right? The better you can do that, the better you fry the business. And then if you turn the whole world into that, you know what you're going to get? Pretty much what you see out in the world today, everyone's a commodity and you get treated as a commodity. And when that happens, that means there's lower ranks. Right? So you'll have poor people, they're poor, they're commodity. They're in their section, they need to be where they are. And the smart ones need to be where they are. It's commodity and we keep this one smart. We don't want too many of too much something because otherwise their system, their scheme that they're still trucking along with would fail. Fall flat on its face. Yeah. And so here in Australia, luckily, you know what really doesn't fry? A desert that barely gets no water. Barely ever gets rain. And when they do, they've got to capture that and then just work out what rain they get every year for the next 30 years. And that's all we've got to play with. And in a lot of countries and a lot of deserts, it's hardly nothing. Right? So they've got to rely on rain from other countries seeping into their country. So connection, our countries can block it off. They've done it in history before and all that kind of stuff. So they rely on connection. And if other countries have too much resource and don't need to put it all out in the ocean and use their brain, they can split some off and share it to other countries and then have a relationship and thrive together with that sharing of the water that was free from God anyway. And if you share things that are free from nature and how you use it and present it, then you'll end up getting more points in a better country usually. Or you can fight about it and and not have that. And every country wants to be great, and I get that America's pretty much saying that they want to be the top again, but they need to show that they can be the top and show the world to follow what they do. And arguing and all the things that they do, there's a lot that people can talk about that's not right that they do, that they don't want to follow. And because of that, you got other competitions coming in, right? But luckily, all those countries is just as bad as yours, where they've got some good parts, but some bad parts too. So everyone's like, where's the right one? Hopefully here in Australia, they have an opportunity, if they make their laws right and set things right, that they can thrive just as like any other country and make themselves great once and for all, as they've never really been great at all. They've only been great at connecting. That's about it, don't you think? Compared to other countries that have been great. But this country has a potential to be a great country in the top 10 or lower top 5 in that list, if they can do things right and collect the water. We get plenty of water here. We get so much water in our deserts that it floods in certain areas, and we can capture that and keep it so it doesn't evaporate and do certain things that ancient people have already showed us how to do these things. We've learnt, but then we go backwards and we believe we can just learn how to do computers, and computers is going to save us. But yet if we go AI, they'll save us all right and put us in a cage, look after us, because they'll over advance like we save the animals. You know what I mean? So they won't save us because we're trying to get the easy way out. What does that mean in the Bibles? Is you need some more sin. Because love is not the easy way until it all connects. When the chain's all love, it's easy. When you have weak links in it, you might have problems with the chain, eh? That goes in big scales. Anyway, have a good one, everybody, and see you later.